Okay, so this is a tutorial for those of you that have no idea what Google Drive is, or are a little confused about where you can find your documents for student schedules and the congruence documents. So what you want to do is first go to google.com and sign in. If you just go to google.com, it will bring you up to a page that looks sort of like this. You might have a sign in page there. If you don't, you can always click on these little boxes and click on Drive. And then that will bring up this account, this sign-in page. And it should look something like this. I'm going to type in a test account that I have. And your drive will come up. And it will look something, actually, if you've never logged in, it will look something like this. It'll look something like this with create and shared with me starred. What I'd like you to do actually is go over to experience the new drive. If you go over to the gear here where it says settings, and click experience the new drive. And it'll bring up a new version of this. This is what Google Drive will become probably in another month or two anyway. So you might as well just get used to it now if you've never used it. So what you'll see here, actually a tour will probably come up. You can just click out of the tour. There's a little tour box, or you can go through the tour. Either way. You'll see here probably nothing because you have no documents in your drive. But what this drive is it's a file storage place. So you can store documents from your own computer at home. You can load them into Drive, and then you'll have access to them wherever you are, wherever computer you're at, and wherever you can log in with your Google account, those documents will be there. So it's really nice if you're at home and you're working on something, you can store it here, come into school, and then you have access to it. You can also create documents right within this drive, and then they're always with you. So I can go over here to new, and I can create a new Google document, which is just like a Word document or any kind of word processing document. And you can create charts in here. You can add pictures. You can create whatever you want. So you can create documents. The nice part about this is it's automatically saved. There is no place to save. So if your computer crashes and you're in the middle of typing, you're saved. You're safe. So you can change the document title here, test doc. All I did was click on the text here, and it renames it. Okay, I'm going to close out of that, and we'll see my new document come up here. Takes a second for it to reload, but there it is. So there's my test document. You can create your own documents. You can create your own spreadsheets. You can create your own presentations like PowerPoint presentations. You can create folders you can create new folders in order to organize your work as well. So if I want to have this document that I just created in this new folder, I just click and drag it there. To rename the folder, I can go up here to more actions, and I can go to rename. I can also often just right click on it and go to new folder. I can also change the color of that folder. So if I want it to be blue, let's say, okay, it'll change the color of the folder. So that's just a couple little things with working within this drive. I can have a different view. So if you see a different view, you may see this in a list view as opposed to a grid view, which would be this. I like the grid view because it gives me a thumbnail of them, and I can kind of see what each document is. Now, the meeting, congruence meeting and student schedules that Katie had emailed you about on Friday, that information doesn't appear right here. You're like, well, where is it? Well, when somebody shares a document with you, and this is the real power of Google Drive, is that you can share. And when they share it with you, it would be in this incoming folder. So if you click on incoming, you will see a list of documents, and these are probably the documents will be here from last week, or they may be in the older part. But you'll see the names of the folders, and you'll see who shared it with you. So I can see, I'm going to just click on this. It's a document that was shared with me. And one thing that you want to be careful of is many of the documents that are shared with you, you won't be able to, I'll click on here, nothing's happening. I can't do anything. And that's because when the document was shared with you, it was shared only to be viewed by you. So you can't make any changes in the original document. And so what that means is that's almost like a template. And if you want to change something in that, you have to create your own copy of it. So you're going to go up here if you want to, if this is a template, like a parent letter that you want your department to send out, or an assignment you give your students and you want your students to make a copy for themselves, but you don't want them to change the original. You go over to File and you make a copy of it, and it'll make a copy of that assignment in your Google Drive so that now you can make any changes you want to it. So you can click on here. I can go in, I can delete stuff like here. I can delete things. I can add things. And it's automatically saved. So that's a new document, created a new document from an old document that was shared with me. And that now is in Copy My Classroom. That's right here in my drive now. Because I created it in my own account, it puts it in my drive instead of in the shared folder. So this incoming is where you get shared documents. If you have a chance, the ability, if you're collaborating on a document, like your grade level meeting notes, you should be shared with that. And when you click on it, you should be able to add text, and then everybody else will see those changes, and they see them in real time. So if you have two people logged in at the same time, you can create content at the same time. I think that's the limit of what I want to show you right now in terms of Google Drive. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I will show you the sharing aspect of things. If you want to share a document, you create something, you want to share it with a colleague, you go up here to click share and type their name in here, and you hit send. All right. Hope that's helpful.